Country music has produced legendary stars, but fame often comes with a dark side. Behind the hit songs and sold-out shows, many artists battled addiction, leading to shocking scandals and tragic losses. This script explores the 15 country music icons who faced substance abuse, revealing their gripping stories in a fresh, engaging way, using simple English to maintain the drama and impact. Number 15. Keith Whitley. Keith Whitley was a country music prodigy whose soulful voice and heartfelt songs left an indelible mark on the genre. Hits like Don't Close Your Eyes and When You Say Nothing at All resonated deeply, their raw emotion connecting with fans worldwide. His music felt personal, as if he were sharing his heart with every note. Born in Kentucky, Whitley grew up in a culture where drinking was commonplace, a norm that would later haunt him. As a young artist, he showed immense promise, blending traditional country with a modern edge that drew massive crowds. However, the pressures of fame soon cast a dark shadow over his bright career. As Whitley's star rose in the 1980s, the relentless demands of the music industry, endless tours, recording sessions, and public appearances took a toll. To cope with the stress and anxiety, he turned to alcohol, a habit rooted in his upbringing but amplified by stardom's weight. At first, he managed to balance his addiction with his performances, delivering shows that captivated audiences. But the grip of alcohol tightened. Fans began to notice troubling signs, late arrivals, slurred lyrics, or shows where he seemed unsteady. His once reliable stage presence faltered, raising alarm among those who cherished his talent. Whitley's personal life suffered as well. His wife, fellow country star Lorrie Morgan, fought tirelessly to help him break free from addiction. Despite her love and support, Whitley's dependency deepened, straining their marriage and isolating him from others. His health deteriorated, with long-term alcohol abuse weakening his body. On May 9, 1989, tragedy struck. After a night of heavy drinking, Whitley was found unresponsive at his home. At just 34, he died of alcohol poisoning, leaving the country music community in shock. His untimely death was a gut punch, robbing the world of a voice with so much left to give. Whitley's music remains timeless, but his story is a heartbreaking reminder of addiction's devastating power. Fans still mourn the potential lost, wondering what masterpieces he might have created. His life underscores the fragility of even the most gifted artists and serves as an urgent call to seek help before it's too late. Number 14. Tammy Wynette. Tammy Wynette was the queen of country music, her powerful voice immortalized in classics like Stand By Your Man. Her songs resonated with fans, capturing love and heartbreak. But behind her success lay a painful secret: an addiction to prescription painkillers. Wynette's troubles began early in her career, when chronic health issues required multiple surgeries. Doctors prescribed painkillers to manage her discomfort, and at first, they seemed like a lifeline. However, the relentless demands of touring and performing pushed her to rely on the pills not just for pain, but to keep up her energy. Over time, her dependency grew, turning a medical necessity into a dangerous addiction. Fans started to notice her frail appearance and occasional unsteadiness on stage. Her once vibrant voice sounded tired, sparking concern and gossip. Wynette's personal life unraveled too. She endured several turbulent marriages, including one to fellow country star George Jones, whose own struggles with alcohol added to their chaos. The combination of addiction and personal turmoil took a toll on her health. By the time she passed away in 1998, her body bore the scars of years of substance abuse. Wynette's story is unique because her addiction stemmed from medical need, not just fame's pressures. Yet, it still led to heartbreak. Her legacy endures through her music, but her life serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of dependency, even when it starts with good intentions. Wynette's struggles remind us that even the strongest voices can falter under addiction's weight. Number 13. Randy Travis. Randy Travis was a country music sensation in the 1980s, known for his deep, soulful voice and heartfelt ballads like Forever and Ever Amen. His albums sold millions, earning him awards and a loyal fan base. However, the pressures of fame weighed heavily on him. The cutthroat music industry, combined with constant touring and public scrutiny, pushed Travis toward alcohol as a coping mechanism. His struggles intensified after his 2010 divorce from his longtime manager, Elizabeth Hatcher. The split left him emotionally adrift, and he leaned harder on drinking to numb the pain. By 2012, his addiction led to a shocking incident in Texas. Police found Travis drunk, naked, and disoriented on a roadside after a DUI arrest. The media frenzy that followed tarnished his wholesome image, leaving fans stunned. His career took a hit as he missed performances and his health began to decline. In 2013, a devastating stroke nearly ended his life, robbing him of much of his ability to speak or sing. Doctors doubted he would survive, let alone return to music. Yet Travis showed remarkable resilience. Though he never fully regained his speech, he made public appearances, inspiring others with his determination. His story is a testament to the destructive power of addiction and the strength it takes to fight back. Travis's journey reminds fans that even their heroes can fall, but they can also rise again, leaving a legacy of perseverance despite personal turmoil. Number 12. Glen Campbell. Glen Campbell was a country music icon, his smooth vocals powering hits like Rhinestone Cowboy and Wichita Lineman. His charm and talent made him a star on stage and screen. But beneath the success, Campbell fought a fierce battle with alcohol and cocaine. In the 1970s, his hectic schedule of tours, recordings, and TV appearances overwhelmed him. To cope, he turned to substances, seeking relief from the constant pressure. Cocaine gave him the energy to keep going, but it came at a cost. His performances became inconsistent, with late arrivals or canceled shows. Fans noticed his erratic behavior, and his reputation suffered. His personal life was equally chaotic. A high-profile, substance-fueled relationship with Tanya Tucker made tabloid headlines. Legal troubles followed, including a 2000s arrest for DUI and assault, further damaging his image. The once polished star seemed to be unraveling. Yet, Campbell refused to let addiction win. He sought help, achieving sobriety and reclaiming his career. Even as he later faced Alzheimer's disease, his strength shone through. Campbell's story is one of talent nearly lost to addiction, but saved by determination. His music remains timeless, and his recovery inspired others to fight their battles. Campbell's legacy is not just his songs, but his courage to confront his demons and emerge stronger, leaving a lasting mark on country music. Number 11. Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is a country music legend, known for his distinctive voice and free-spirited attitude. Hits like On the Road Again made him a cultural icon. While many associate him with marijuana, his relationship with the substance brought significant challenges. Unlike peers who battled harder drugs, Nelson openly embraced weed, advocating for its benefits. This stance led to multiple arrests, with police targeting him for possession. Each incident made headlines, but Nelson's nonchalant attitude only strengthened his rebel image. Fans saw his legal troubles as part of his charm, but they weren't his only hurdle. In the 1990s, a massive IRS debt of millions threatened to end his career. Mismanagement and unpaid taxes led to the seizure of his beloved ranch and assets. For most artists, this would have been a knockout blow. Nelson, however, fought back. He released an album, The IRS Tapes, to raise funds and rallied his fans' support. His resilience paid off, and he overcame the crisis. Nelson's story is less about addiction's destruction and more about navigating its consequences with grit. His marijuana use shaped his identity, but his ability to bounce back from legal and financial woes cemented his legend. Nelson's life shows that even icons face setbacks, but authenticity and perseverance can keep the music playing. Number 10. Hank Williams Jr. Hank Williams Jr. was born into country music royalty as the son of legend Hank Williams Sr. The pressure to live up to his father's name was immense, and while he carved out his own rebellious style with hits like All My Rowdy Friends, addiction nearly derailed him. Early in his career, he tried to mimic his father's sound, but the expectations crushed him. As he forged his own path, he embraced a wild persona, complete with heavy drinking and drug use. In 1975, a near-fatal accident changed everything. While climbing Ajax Peak in Montana, he fell 500 feet, suffering severe facial and head injuries. The pain was excruciating, and painkillers became his crutch. What began as medical treatment morphed into a full-blown addiction. His behavior grew erratic, with public outbursts and missed shows. Media scrutiny intensified, and his personal life suffered, with strained relationships and broken marriages. The music industry began to doubt his reliability, threatening his career. Despite his rebel image drawing fans, it also fueled his self-destructive path. Hank Jr.'s story could have ended in tragedy, but he fought back. Through determination and support, he overcame his addiction, rebuilding his career and personal life. His music took on new depth, reflecting his struggles and triumphs. Hank Jr.'s journey shows the weight of legacy and the toll of addiction, but also the power of resilience. His comeback inspired fans, proving that even those born into greatness must battle their demons to shine. Number 9. Travis Trit. Travis Trit burst onto the country scene in the 1990s with his gritty voice and rebellious charm. Hits like Here's a Quarter, Call Someone Who Cares made him a star, and his electrifying live shows drew massive crowds. But the fast-paced music world took a toll. The 1990s country scene glamorized partying, and Trit fell into the trap. To cope with the stress of endless tours and the pressure to maintain his bad boy image, he turned to alcohol and illegal drugs. What started as a way to unwind became a dangerous habit. Fans began to notice changes in his performances. His once sharp delivery was marred by slurred words, and his energy seemed drained. Behind the scenes, industry insiders questioned his reliability, leading to canceled shows and lost opportunities. His personal life suffered too. Relationships with family and friends frayed as his addiction grew. Trit's struggles were less public than some peers, but the damage was real. His marriages faced strain, and his reputation as a dependable artist took a hit. Yet, Trit refused to let addiction define him. He distanced himself from toxic influences and focused on recovery. By recommitting to his music and personal growth, he rebuilt his career and regained respect. Trit's story highlights the seductive dangers of fame's excesses and the hard work required to reclaim control. His comeback proved that even those who stumble can find their way back to the stage, earning admiration for his resilience and talent. Number 8. Merl Haggard. Merl Haggard's life was a saga of struggle and redemption. Born during the Great Depression, he faced poverty and loss early. especially after his father's death. As a teen, Haggard rebelled, turning to theft and drinking. His crimes escalated, landing him in San Quentin prison at 20 after a botched robbery. Prison was a turning point. A performance by Johnny Cash inspired Haggard to pursue music. After his release, he became a country star with hits like "Okie from Muskogee." But fame brought new challenges. The pressure to maintain success drove him to alcohol and drugs, threatening his hard-won career. His addiction led to erratic behavior and strained relationships. Haggard battled his demons for years, but his determination to change won out. He achieved sobriety, focusing on music and family. His songs, rooted in his struggles, connected deeply with fans. Haggard's story is one of transformation, from a troubled youth to a prison inmate to a country legend. His ability to channel pain into art made him unforgettable. Haggard's legacy proves that redemption is possible, even after a life of hardship, and his music continues to inspire those facing their own battles. Number 7. David Allen Coe. David Allen Coe was a true country music outlaw, his bold lyrics and unpredictable style carving a unique place in the genre. Songs like "You Never Even Called Me by My Name" and "The Ride" showcased his raw talent, blending humor, heart, and rebellion. His gritty voice and unapologetic attitude earned him a cult following, with fans drawn to his authenticity. Yet, Coe's life was a storm of chaos, much of it driven by a fierce addiction to drugs and alcohol. His struggles shaped his legacy, marking him as both a musical genius and a cautionary tale. Born into a troubled environment, Coe faced hardship early. His childhood was marked by instability, and he found himself in trouble with the law as a young man, spending time in reform schools and prisons. Music became his outlet, but when he broke into the country scene in the 1970s, the industry's wild side pulled him in. Drugs and alcohol became his escape from the pressures of fame and his turbulent past. Cocaine and whiskey fueled his outlaw persona, but they also unleashed chaos. His behavior grew erratic, making him a risky collaborator. He missed shows, clashed with producers, and became known as unreliable, costing him major opportunities. Coe's addiction led to multiple arrests, from drug possession to public disturbances, each incident splashing across tabloids. His personal life suffered deeply. Relationships with family and friends frayed, and his marriages crumbled under the weight of his substance abuse. Despite the turmoil, Coe's music remained powerful. His songs, often drawn from his own struggles, resonated with fans who saw him as a voice for the outsider. His outlaw image, while magnetic, often overshadowed his talent, limiting his mainstream success. Coe's story is one of brilliance tangled in self-destruction. His ability to create music through decades of addiction made him a legend, but his battles highlight the cost of living on the edge. Modern artists like Sturgill Simpson draw from his rebellious spirit, yet Coe's life warns of addiction's devastating toll. His legacy endures, a testament to raw talent, and the fight to keep creating despite personal demons. Number 6. George Jones. George Jones was a country music titan, his voice conveying raw emotion in songs like "He Stopped Loving Her Today." But alcohol nearly destroyed him. Early in his career, Jones was a dedicated artist, but fame's pressures pushed him toward drinking. What started as stress relief became a crippling addiction. Known as No-Show Jones, he missed countless performances, leaving fans and promoters frustrated. One infamous story captures his desperation. When his wife hid his car keys to stop his drinking, Jones drove a lawnmower miles to a liquor store. The tale became country music lore, but it underscored his struggle. His addiction wrecked marriages, including one to Tammy Wynette, and damaged his reputation. Event organizers hesitated to book him, fearing he wouldn't show. Yet Jones's talent remained undeniable. Even at his lowest, his songs moved millions. With support and sheer will, he eventually achieved sobriety, revitalizing his career. Jones's story is one of brilliance overshadowed by addiction, but redeemed through perseverance. His music's emotional depth came from his pain, making his recovery all the more inspiring. Jones's legacy is not just his voice, but his ability to rise above his demons, leaving a mark on country music that endures. Number 5. Steve Earle. Steve Earle was a songwriting prodigy whose raw, honest lyrics in albums like Guitar Town made him a standout in country music. His gritty storytelling captured the struggles of everyday life, earning him a loyal following in the 1980s. But beneath his talent lay a devastating battle with addiction that nearly destroyed him. As Earl's fame grew, he was swept into the wild rock and roll lifestyle that defined the era. The constant pressure to perform, tour, and create pushed him toward experimentation with heroin and cocaine. What began as occasional use quickly spiraled into a consuming addiction that took over his life. Drugs derailed Earl's promising career. His once captivating performances became erratic, marked by slurred speech and missed shows. Industry peers who once hailed his genius began to see his talent fade under the weight of substance abuse. Promoters hesitated to book him, and key opportunities slipped away. His personal life crumbled just as dramatically. Relationships with family and friends frayed, leaving him isolated. Financial ruin followed as he poured money into his addiction, losing stability and security. In the 1990s, Earl's troubles hit a breaking point. Multiple arrests for drug-related charges landed him in prison, forcing him to face the wreckage he had caused. Jail became a harsh wake-up call, showing him the depth of his self-destruction. Determined to change, Earl entered rehab multiple times, battling relapses with grit. His persistence paid off, and he achieved sobriety, staging a remarkable comeback. His later music, infused with the pain and wisdom of his struggles, resonated deeply with fans, offering raw honesty and hope. Earl's journey from rock bottom to redemption is a powerful testament to resilience. His recovery proved that even the most gifted can fall, but hard work and determination can bring them back. His story continues to inspire, showing that second chances are possible for those who fight for them. Number 4. Whan Jennings. Whan Jennings was the heart of outlaw country. His gritty voice and bold rejection of Nashville's polished sound making him a legend. Songs like Luckenbach, Texas, and Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys captured his raw, rebellious spirit. Yet, behind the music, a devastating cocaine addiction nearly cost him everything. In the 1970s, Jennings's rise to fame brought relentless pressure. Constant touring, recording sessions, and the demand to stay on top pushed him to his limits. Cocaine became his crutch, offering the energy to keep up with a grueling schedule. What started as occasional use spiraled into a daily habit, costing him thousands of dollars each day. His health began to crumble, with weight loss and exhaustion taking a toll. His judgment faltered, leading to impulsive decisions that alienated those around him. Relationships with family, including his wife Jessie Coulter, and close friends frayed under the strain of his addiction. Legal troubles soon followed, with mounting debts and risky behavior drawing attention. In 1977, a drug possession arrest became a wake-up call. Facing jail time, Jennings realized he was on a path to self-destruction. He chose recovery, knowing it would be a long, painful journey. With support from loved ones, he fought to break free from cocaine's grip. His determination paid off, and he returned to music with a renewed sense of purpose. Later albums like I've Always Been Crazy reflected his struggles, resonating with fans who admired his honesty. Jennings's story is one of rebellion, ruin, and redemption. His battle against addiction proved that even the toughest outlaws can change. As a pioneer of outlaw country, his legacy endures, inspiring artists with his resilience. Jennings showed that no matter how dark the battle, perseverance can lead to a lasting impact on music and those who love it. Number 3. Billy Joe Shaver. Billy Joe Shaver was the heart of outlaw country, his raw lyrics and gritty voice defining the genre. Songs like Georgia on a Fast Train captured his tough spirit. But Shaver's life was marred by addiction to alcohol and drugs. Raised in a rough Texas environment, he faced hardship early, turning to substances to escape. As his music career took off in the 1970s, the outlaw scene's wild lifestyle fueled his habits. Parties and fame pushed him deeper into dependency, affecting his performances. He became unreliable, missing shows or appearing disheveled. His personal life crumbled with failed marriages and strained friendships. In 2007, a dramatic incident shook his world. Outside a Texas bar, Shaver shot a man, claiming self-defense. The legal battle that followed drew intense media scrutiny, amplifying his struggles. Despite the chaos, Shaver's talent kept him revered in country music. He later found ways to manage his addiction, pouring his energy into music until his later years. Shaver's story is one of a man who lived as hard as his songs suggested, facing addiction and legal woes, but never losing his place in the genre. His resilience and raw honesty made him a legend, showing that even the wildest outlaws can endure through their art. Number 2. Johnny Paycheck. Johnny Paycheck was the epitome of country music's outlaw spirit, his raw energy and defiance making him a legend. His 1977 hit, Take This Job and Shove It, became an anthem for the working class, capturing their frustrations with gritty honesty. Songs like I'm the Only Hell Mama Ever Raised showcased his rebellious charm, earning him a loyal fan base. But behind the music, Paycheck fought a devastating battle with cocaine and alcohol addiction that nearly destroyed him. His struggles began early in his career, as the pressures of fame took hold. The grueling schedule of constant touring, recording, and public appearances left him exhausted. To keep up with the demanding lifestyle, he turned to cocaine, which gave him a temporary burst of energy. Alcohol, too, became a crutch, helping him cope with the stress of maintaining his tough guy image. What started as a way to unwind quickly spiraled into a dangerous dependency that controlled his life. His behavior grew erratic, impacting his performances. Fans noticed his slurred speech and unsteady stage presence, while promoters grew wary of his unreliability. His health deteriorated, with visible signs of decline alarming those close to him. The media began to focus on his struggles, tarnishing his reputation. In 1985, his addiction led to a catastrophic moment. During a bar fight in Ohio, Paycheck shot a man, claiming self-defense. The incident landed him in prison, a low point that forced him to confront the wreckage of his life. Behind bars, he sought help, determined to overcome his addiction. After his release, he worked to rebuild, but the damage to his career and public image was lasting. Paycheck's music continued to resonate, reflecting the struggles of everyday people. His legacy endures, influencing modern artists who admire his fearless spirit. Yet, his story is a stark warning of addiction's destructive power, urging others to seek help before it's too late. Number 1. Hank Williams, Sr. Hank Williams, Sr. was a towering figure in country music. His songs like I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry and Your Cheatin' Heart defining the genre. His raw, soulful vocals and deeply honest lyrics captured the struggles of everyday life, earning him a legendary status. Born in Alabama in 1923, Williams faced hardship early, battling chronic back pain from spina bifida occulta, a condition that plagued him throughout his life. This physical pain, coupled with emotional turmoil from a turbulent childhood, set the stage for his struggles with addiction. As his career skyrocketed in the late 1940s, Williams became a household name with hits that resonated across America. But fame brought crushing pressure. The relentless schedule of touring, recording, and performing took a toll, and he turned to alcohol and morphine to cope. What began as a way to ease his pain spiraled into a crippling dependency. His life grew chaotic, marked by missed concerts and unpredictable behavior that alarmed fans and peers. Stories of Williams arriving drunk or not at all became common, earning him a reputation for unreliability. His addiction ravaged his health. Years of substance abuse weakened his body, and his mental state deteriorated, plunging him into despair. Yet, even at his lowest, Williams created music that was timeless, pouring his pain into songs that connected with millions. His ability to produce such powerful work amid personal chaos showcased his genius, but it couldn't save him. On January 1, 1953, tragedy struck. En route to a performance, Williams was found dead in the back of his car at just 29. The official cause was heart failure, linked to his prolonged addiction. His sudden death shocked the world, cutting short a brilliant career. Williams's story is a heart-wrenching blend of talent and tragedy. His music continues to inspire artists, but his early demise serves as a stark warning of addiction's devastating cost, highlighting the fragile line between brilliance and self-destruction.